always say I don't have a lot of products, and I do. I always have like a ton of products. I seriously have to like watch out because my cleavage is hanging out. I keep like catching a glimpse of my cleave in the viewfinder, and I'm like, what's happening? Hi everyone, welcome back. So today is my Friday favorites and flops, and since I had Friday favorites last Friday, obviously, monthly favorites just recently, I feel like I didn't have a whole lot of Friday favorites, but then I realized I've been using some newer products and then some older ones throughout this week, and so I ended up collectively always thinking, well, like, oh, I won't have a lot, but I end up having a lot, and I do have some flops. So I'm gonna get right started. What I am wearing on my eyes, and I will quickly focus in. On my eyes, I am wearing this Old Faithful Maybelline Quad in Lavender Smokes. I love this thing. I did a tutorial on it a long time ago, and it's got like a nice little shimmer color, a matte color. It has, and like this purple color right here reminds me of Max Hypnotizing. It's like a really nice sheen to it. That's what I have down on my lid, and then I have this long one right here through my crease, this deep one to darken it up, and then it has like a light one, which it has a little bit of fallout, but I have that like rubbed into my brow bone in the inner corner. I love this. So I did a tutorial on this look a long time ago, like really long time ago, so much so that the camera was like on my laptop. So if you guys would be interested in me doing another thing on this quad, I definitely would do so. I love, love, love it, and it's cheap. You can find it at the drugstore. I think these are around $4. So good job, Maybelline. Sticking with eyeshadow, I did have two other favorite eyeshadows that kind of were standouts of the week for me. One was the shadow from Urban Decay, and this is in the color Mushroom. I like this, kind of reminds me of Pistol in the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I love this because it's such a pretty sheen to it. It's so soft, so Urban Decay shadows are really, really well made. I feel like you will not be disappointed with an Urban Decay shadow. With that being said, they are expensive. This is $17 for a pot. Even a MAC shadow is cheaper than that. I feel like that's really expensive, so I only have two shadows from Urban Decay. I feel like if you're gonna get something from Urban Decay, I would go for the palettes, because those are a better deal for $50, generally speaking, is how much their palettes run. And you're getting 12 colors as opposed to one shadow for 17, just kind of, it's either 17, 18, or 19. I don't know, it's kind of expensive, I just know that. But with that being said, this color Mushroom, I feel like if you can't find it in a palette, it's definitely worth getting in a single. I love this shadow, and I really feel like it's just such a pretty color. If I run it through my crease and use a little bit of Max Corey or Tease from the Naked 2 palette, and then a little bit of this in my crease, I just love the look. I think I was wearing that in my monthly favorites, and it just really renewed my love of it again. Anyway, Urban Decay Mushroom, love it, and like I said, the quality is there. So, you know, you're getting what you pay for as far as quality, but still it is relatively expensive. And the other standout of the week was this Infallible eyeshadow in Ice Latte. This shadow is like one of the creamiest shadows ever. The pigmentation is amazing. So nice and buttery, and I just love the color. It's a great inner corner highlight. It's a great all over the lid. It's very similar to Kitten from Stila, just so pigmented. This is probably creamier than Kitten. I've heard Kitten has a lot of fallout. I've never owned Kitten, only swatched it, and I know that it's very similar. Every time I think someone's wearing Kitten, they always say that they're wearing this L'Oreal Infallible one. So Ice Latte is a great highlight shade. You can also use it on your cheekbones, so it would make an all-over product. So use it for a highlight on your cheekbones, on the bridge of your nose, in the, you know, your eyebrow highlight, inner corner highlight, or all over the lid. So really great shadow from L'Oreal. Okay, so I'm in love. Mwah. Cassie sent me the Estee Lauder, look at how like I'm gonna blind you guys, the Estee Lauder Pure Color Heat Wave Illuminating Power Gelée. Oh, it sounds so fancy. This thing is seriously amazing. I can't even tell you, like, oh, I love it. So this is supposedly like Whisper of Guilt from the MSF collection from MAC, an extra dimension. It's just a really pretty gold, super pigmented highlight. I am wearing it today. I'm literally obsessed with it. I missed out on Whisper of Guilt and I was so upset because I don't know why I didn't invest in it when it came around twice. I just skipped it. And I had heard that this was similar. So I was talking to Cassie and she was like, oh, I was gonna get it for you for your birthday. And I'm like, oh, because I was trying to talk myself out of it. I'm like, I don't need it. Do I need it? Do I need it? But of course I was like, yeah, I think I do. I think I do. So I was gonna use my birthday money to get it. And she was like, actually, I wanna get that for you for your birthday. And I'm like, are you serious? No, you don't have to do that. But you know Cassie, she is so super sweet and she knew I really, really wanted it. And even though I had tried to talk myself down off of the ledge, she was so sweet to send this to me. And thank you, Cassie. I totally love you. And one of my favorite highlighters. This thing it's limited edition right now with Estee Lauder's collection. So if you guys want it, I highly suggest you hop on it and pick it up because look at this. Huh, in the summer, it's gonna be amazing. So if, like I said, if you guys want it, I would definitely pick it up. Or if you're like me and you totally regretted not getting the MSFs from MAC, because isn't MAC jacked up? Like, aren't they jacked up? Why? I have a love-hate relationship with MAC. You guys know I'm a MAC lover. But why do they jack with us? Like, why can't they just release collections and have enough for everybody? It's like that whole jacked up supply and demand thing. They, you know, it's like we really want it, we're demanding it, and then they supply just a little bit because they know we're gonna go crazy and pay astronomical prices. But I posted a picture. The Whisper of Guilt MSF was on eBay for $80-something for a highlighter. I was like, heck to the no, I'm not gonna get that. So anyways, if you are like me and you think MAC is crazy and you wish that they would just release things and like always have them there or release enough for everybody who wants something in that collection, then can I get a what? But if you missed out, this is almost an exact dupe, so I've been told. So like I said, didn't ever have that, so I can't compare them, but this is close enough and hopefully you won't miss out again and you can get this. So this past weekend I went to a wedding in Houston, and I went to the Galleria, which is the really big mall. I think it's one of the biggest in Texas. I might be wrong, but I think it's one of the biggest malls in Texas. Anyways, I went to the Galleria and I went into Neiman Marcus with the intention to look for the Laura Mercier. Well, actually, I really wanted the Estee Lauder Luminizing Gelée blush in, I think, Flirt is the color, I don't know. But they didn't have that because apparently it's an online exclusive, so won't. But I found this Laura Mercier bronzer in Ritual, and I had heard Vanessa from the Bombshell Suite talk about this, and my friend Kristen from Kristen Game had mentioned it. When I swatched this thing, I fell in serious love, like serious love. As you can see, it has like such a nice like dark sheen, but it's almost like, since it has like the pinks and the different colors veined throughout it, this is the Laura Mercier bronzer in Ritual. And I don't know if I said that, but it has like the pinks and the bronzes swirling throughout it. So it's a bronzer blush. Baked blush bronze, so blush compact bronze. So anyways, it's a blush and a bronzer, which I thought was perfect for the summertime. And it's a pretty big compact, like, I guess, let me just think. Like, well, yeah, this is like the size of my palm, and the product is a lot of product, it seems like. So anyways, when I went into Neiman Marcus, they were like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any of it. And of course, after I swatched it and fell in love, I was like, what? You don't have any? So like, well, we can have it shipped to you if we get it sent to you, because you know, we're the only, it's an exclusive to Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom's and Macy's. And I was like, oh, really? And so of course, hearing that, I was like, exclusive? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah, if you can track another one down, I would love it. So they say, yes, we will track another one down. I'm like, okay, awesome. So she says that they're tracking another one down. Okay, so I'm excited that they're tracking another one down. I paid for it. They had it sent to my house. So then I walk into Sephora after we went to a different place, like a totally different place, like not to the Neiman Marcus. I couldn't go back to Neiman Marcus. I walk into the Sephora and I see this bronzer. And I was like, I thought it was an exclusive because I just bought it because I had them track one down and I thought it was super special. But anyways, the short of the story is that I ended up getting two because I bought this one because I was like, oh, if it's an exclusive, like maybe I can just buy one for a friend or have a backup if it's really that amazing. So anyways, I have two of these bronzers and I absolutely love it. I'm glad I have two. I don't know though, I might not be greedy. I might give the other one away to a friend for her birthday. I highly suggest this bronzer. Perfect for the summer, warms up the complexion. I'm wearing it today. I've seriously worn it like every single day since I've gotten it, and I think it's perfect because you can use it as a blush and a bronzer. This is what I'm looking for. This reminds me of Benefit's Dallas, which is one of my favorite bronzers because it has that blushy-ish color to it, almost like a terracotta feel to it, and so that's what I particularly love about this. Another thing that I've been loving this week is this Studio Gear Invincible gel cream and this is an Invincible Lapis. This is a gel cream liner or eyeshadow base, and I'm wearing it today as an eyeliner. It's just a deep blue color. Totally reminds me of MAC's Contrast eyeshadow, but in a gel form. I really like it. I've worn it a couple of times, and you can find Studio Gear Cosmetics at Ulta. And I've always seen it there and kind of been curious about it, but I just really love this color. It would be great like if you wanted to do like a smoky eye, deep navy eye. It'd be perfect for that, or a great liner. A lot of people, a lot of people like to line their under eye with blue because it brings out the whites in your eyes and makes you look more awake. So anyway, I really have loved this eyeliner. Definitely one to check out, and super pigmented, really nice, and stays really well. So next up I have one of my favorite lip combos, and I did post a picture of this on my Instagram. This is the Superstay lipstick. Looks like this. Superstay lipstick from Maybelline, and it is in Perpetual Peony. Oh, I love this color. I love this color. It's like such a pretty pink color, but it has like almost like it's a blue tone pink, which you guys know I love. And it's just really creamy, and it does stay. It stays for a long time. And then I top it with White Russian from Buxom, or this Butter Gloss in Eclair, which is just a really milky, pretty milky pink color, and I feel like the two pair really well together. If you guys are interested in more information, I have done an entire video on all the butter glosses from NYX that I have. I absolutely love these. They smell so good, they feel so good on the lips, and they're like the perfect lipstick topper. So I really have been enjoying this combination. Now for my flops, like Temperature Rising lipstick. This is in the color Feel My Pulse. This is a cream sheen, and it is a pretty color, but I don't know. Like, I feel like that's a really pretty color. I like it. But I feel like it's so similar. This, like, for me, this is a flop because I feel like it's so close to Brazenberry, Hot Plum. Like, this just feels really similar to it. So I was a little disappointed that I went out and got that I picked this up. I guess I can't say it's a product flop because it's a pretty color and it's a great formula. But if you have the other two from Maybelline, this is not something that you need. So this is not a true flop. My true flop. Okay, so I wasn't gonna get anything from the new Revlon collection. They reformulated their lip glosses. So if you love the super lustrous lip glosses in the square package, like Peach Petal and some other ones, they're being discontinued. So you better run out, hop off, and grab the ones that you like, because they came with new packaging and in a bunch of new colors. And I'll tell you what I do not like about it. And then they came out, Revlon came out with these new, they're in the super lustrous line, but it's a new finish, and the finish is called Shine. So the reason that I wasn't gonna get these was because I just didn't think, I have a bunch of stuff and I just didn't think these were special enough. But I picked them up because they were only $2 each, because I had a coupon at my grocery store, H-E-B, for $3 off each product. So they ran around $2. So that's why I picked them up, just to see. I'll probably be passing these along because this one is called Fuchsia Shock. And it's pretty, but it's like really sheer. And patchy. So this might be good for someone who's not comfortable wearing a super pigmented lipstick. This might be a great alternative if you want some color. But for me, I just don't care for the formula. Like, I could get this from a lip gloss, or I could get it from, I don't know, it's just like, I don't want to put on a lipstick and have to be like, but that's personally for me. So now if that's something that you're looking for, is just like a sheer wash of color that you could potentially build up, then you might really like these. I'm just a little bit disappointed with it. I just thought it would be a little bit more richly pigmented with a shine. So, and then this other color I got is called Pink Cognito. And this was just ridiculous. Like, I could go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and this just does not show up at all. I'm going to definitely be either passing these on to a friend or taking them back. So if any of my friends are watching, you guys have some lipsticks in your future. Lip gloss, because it's really pretty. It's called Sugar Violet. And so this was a flop for me, just because I feel like it's just not that pretty. I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't really add anything. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a flop because I definitely don't think they're worth $7. I would never pay $7 full price for these. I just don't like it. Maybe it was just this color, but I've heard from the line that they are not as pigmented. And the thing that I loved about the Revlon glosses is they were super opaque and really pigmented. So, I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed. Okay, so for my 2 lies and a truth. From last week, the truth was my brother is a surgeon. So, it's getting so hard to come up with stuff. Like, what was the other ones from last week? That I garden? No, we have a garden and it's a fail, like a huge fail. So that was a lie. The truth of it was my brother's a surgeon and I'm having such a hard time, but I think I did okay. I think I did better this time. Someone said that I was a bad liar, but it was like, I think they ended up guessing wrong. So I'm like, meh. Guess I'm a good liar. The point of this is not so that I can lie to y'all. It's easier for me to come up with 1 true fact about myself and to come up with 2 lies than it is for me to come up with 2 true facts and 1 lie. So I wanted to see how long I could keep this game going, and I will keep it going as long as I can think of things. So let's get started for this week's 2 lies and a truth. When I was 10 years old, I got stung by 100 bees, and it was really, really bad, but I didn't go into like a huge shock. But since that time when I got stung so much, now if I get stung by a bee, I will go into anaphylactic shock, so I need to carry an EpiPen everywhere I go. In college, I used to host a radio show from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Tuesday night, and it was fun because all my college friends would listen, and I absolutely loved doing it, but I don't know if other people liked it because they weren't really crazy about my selection of music. Growing up, I used to spend most of my summers in New Hampshire at a summer camp. And I started going there when I was 12 years old, all the way until I was 16, and then I worked there after that. So I love New Hampshire, and I love the East Coast. Which is the truth? Let me know below. If you guys have had any favorites this week, I would love to hear it. And if you're not following me on Twitter, Instagram, and Keek, go ahead and find the links below and follow me on there. I really like to keep up with y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.